there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
59, Mike the 59. It's been a long day for you. Mike, check. 59.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Check three.
They'll try the left side. Winters, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. 54.
Go. Whip.
Pilot. 64. Weak. Hey, Alpha.
From midfield, here's Locke. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Newton now to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Newton on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. Steps away to his left. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
20.
Here's Newton now on second down. Flush to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back.
59. Mike 59. You're not ready. You're not ready. 59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check.
Third and long. It's Newton. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Check 80 weapon. Hey, high 7. Get it.
They go play action here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Down. 50, plant.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Hey.
Mike, check, 59.
Let's go.
On third and long, it's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On fourth down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. From just shy of midfield, Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got you, pop.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
5.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
On the double.
59's mark. Check. 59. Watch the curve.
Snap.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as... His guys will get the football back.
Let's go. Let's
The
go.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Rip left, rip left.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Locke, the all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
54's Mike, 54's Mike.
Locke now to throw. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a 2nd missed field goal here in this 1st half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
From the 50, Newton. Here as he's taken down. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller, in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Check 50. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go, defense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
He's checking crack. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, and finally wrestled down at the 11. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 83 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They look to throw. It's locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Haywood! Come.
To throw it is locked. And he's going to go down again. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Newton. He sets the fire deep. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 46. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Ready? 50, plant.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you
Come. Snap.
On first down, Winters. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 41-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
A final shot before half for Locke. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Go. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Newton now to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
20. Let's see it.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Gun.
59 mark, check. Check 59. Let's go.
Throwing again. Newton. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Check.
Great.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. I'm coming after you.
Great.
Mine's 59.
From the red zone now, Newton. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready? Set, ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check.
Hey!
Check.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 99.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And this is caught. He hits Moore. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Gun.
Here's Newton. That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Come on, set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
You must be dreaming.
Put up.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Check pass.
Big grip. Big grip.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Okay, break.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch the run. Get.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Clock's going to sneak it. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the first down marker. But also, he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward. Because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber.
59.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Give him 32 on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman, his third touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Gun.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
20.
From the 27, Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Watch out.
On first down, Winters. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Lock to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run here with Lindsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's Lindsey. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash so they can line things up for them to kick the field goal.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready. 50, plant. Get it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Denver, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen,